Gosh, woo! So my voice is cutting in and out. I'm a little bit sick, but
Tell me.
Excuse me.
Nothing.
Sorry. The Yerfdog is ready to ride. The only thing we haven't hooked up is the choke because I did not have a long choke cable. Got to run down to the local Napa and get one later. But I'll choke it for Lonnie so you can get it started. But I've already rode it. Spoiler alert. And it runs pretty good. Now this is, again, this is a stock engine with governor steel. The only thing is jetted up carb and exhaust. We put these 25-inch mud slingers on it, which really made the thing look sick. I mean, I think it really made the looks of it.
Stance is way better.
Yeah, and the exhaust sounds awesome. So Lonnie, if you'll hop in her, keys is in it. I'll choke it. I gotta turn on your camera before you leave.
Yeah.
But you gotta turn the fuel on right here. And go ahead and give her a fire. It's in neutral. You can rev it up. Like $4 grand. $4 grand or so.
Hit it pretty quick.
It's not bad. It feels. It's not going to get a lot higher top speed than it did before, but it'll get there a lot faster. The main difference. I'll pop her in first. We gear. All right. Pretty good. The suspension is stiff for Lonnie. The exhaust is actually super mild on this thing. The exhaust is mild, isn't it?
Yeah, it sounds good.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be way louder than what it is.
Still seats you that.
Well, it's stiff for you. Yeah, I've got it set for me. I can tell I'm going across the. What does power feel like though?
Torque is nice.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be better down in the hole pulling those hills.
Oh yeah, is it muddy down in there?
I didn't really look.
Okay.
I just did a little circuit.
Yeah, you can smell the new burning off the exhaust. Yeah, it looks real nice.
Real nice.
Yeah, and I mean it's stock, so I can't wait to build it up. It'll be real mean.
I'll take it across the field and then I'll check out the barn.
All right.
I am too skinny for this seat. Let's see how she digs. a little bit more speed than that. Oh shoot. Woo-hoo. It's gripping good. It pulls good.
Brakes are?
Yeah.
Cool.
I about flipped it backwards coming out of the pond.
Really?
I was just seeing how slow it would creep up it.
Yeah.
On the real steep part, and it went up like that.
Really?
Oh.
What's up with the brakes? Pull up a little bit. Hit the brakes.
That's pushing.
Well, we might need to bleed them.
Yeah.
If we did unhook it, we didn't bleed them. Yeah. They felt good, so.
I mean, it stopped me. They're just stuck.
Yeah. We don't need to blade it. But it climbed good though?
Oh, yeah. I could, the side that you gotta go through the trees, I just creeped up, it just pulled right up.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
The
I'll
other
take it out.
side, where you gotta turn around and go back to the front,
Yeah.
I tried doing it there and it pulled up. It
just lost the whip.
great.
Well, it's where it's so short of a wheelbase. Where this axle line is, if it was that back, it wouldn't do that. A little dangerous, but
It got pretty high. It did it the first time, and
I'll tell you about
just
gas is why I had you stop. I thought you did run out. Let's go a little bit in there. I'm going to
I like it
later.
I like it. I hate that seat.
Oh, I
It
know. I'm
beats
getting
me.
a razor seat for it, like a regular one we use.
All right, so my turn to ride the Hoss. We'll see what this thing feels like with a big boy on it. Again, Lonnie's real lightweight. Oh yeah. Oh gosh. So Lonnie's weight, I set these shocks up for big boy. It's almost impossible to set up shocks for two different weights. Especially when Lonnie's so much lighter. This thing would flip easy on me because it's not that wide. Which it sucks to make everything super wide, but the thing, if you was really hauling, you could flip it. Little nippy today, little nippy. Oh. It does suck that it's that's a big ride. It's so tip happy backwards, where it's so short of a wheelbase. And the steering sucks. Oh yeah, I forgot to bleed the brakes. Alright, let's see how it does just creeping with me. This doesn't look like crazy. It's not really that crazy. But, I mean, it's a pretty big climb. Oh, yeah. You literally just put up the thing. This is all the steering I have to this side. It's crazy. Alright, we'll try this same hill. Oh, the vine broke down. So Lonnie must have grabbed, Lonnie grabbed the light bar on that vine. Huge vine, so I need to cut that. Well, see if there's any other place. This turning is horrible. What was Yerfdog thinking? We did have a hill. I feel like we need to clear this one out because that's a pretty steep hill. We also used to have this one. I don't know if I can climb that. That would be a good one, but there's a lot of briars at the top. That is very impressive. That's it. The brakes went all the way out right there. I couldn't stop. Did it break? Okay. It may not have any brakes, but I really want to climb this. It looks like a huge hole. Goodness. Let's try. I might regret it. Please don't flip. That would suck. Alright, this is like way steeper than it looks. Oh, this thing is a freaking awesome. That was sick. Like, I'm just cruising up this stuff. This thing's legit. I have hardly no brakes because we had to take the line off when we was installing this stuff, and we didn't bleed it. I thought I just completely forgot. I'm gonna do that again. That was super sick. If you remember, Lonnie tried to climb that on the 999. We didn't even do a chain tensioner on this buggy, and it didn't skip a tooth just then. That's wild. That is freaking wild. This thing is legit. And like, if this didn't have a governor, I think power-wise this thing is awesome. And I like stock cars because they run so good. Like, you can get a Mikuni, of course, tuned in good, but I feel like you have less problems out of the stock cars. But you lose that little bit of power. I'm gonna do it one more time. No brakes. That's the brakes held all the way down. This is wild that I can climb this. I mean, I don't know if you can tell, this is straight. So that's a good incline. Lonnie tried to climb this on the 999 and almost flipped backwards on it. I think Lonnie don't have enough weight to hold this buggy down. Oh, what's gonna suck is if something happens and I roll backwards because I can't stop and my exhaust will get hit if I hit a tree. That's wild. That is wild. Alright. Yeah, this thing is legit. I wish, we need to get my Bobcat going. Small Engine Warehouse did a engine swap on our Bobcat and put a big block Briggs. And if we can get that big block Briggs, like everything's good, my hydraulic lines need to be swapped out. They're all rotted. So we need to get that thing going to clear the big deal out. But it's not like this thing's crazy fast, but it's just stout. This would be a great woods buggy. Yeah, this thing's sick, for sure. 460 was definitely the way to go. Yeah, this thing is sick. Gotta redo the front end. It has bumps here, so much slop in the front end. Oh, look what I got myself. Big house.
All right, guys, so that buggy is a hoss. I'm telling you, it doesn't rev out like crazy. That's where a GY6 really shines, is revving to 10, 11,000 RPMs. This thing does so much, like, it makes so much power down low. I honestly think just doing the cam, the rod, and maybe a little bit of port work on the head, but leaving the stock carb for a little bit, because those stock carbs are so nice because it's easy to hook up a choke to them. You know, once I go buy the cable, Napa, our local Napa sells the lawnmower cables. It's like 10 foot long. You can cut them to size. It has a little pull knob on it for the choke. So I do need to put that, because you can't start it without, you know, having someone or you walking back there and choking it yourself. I've been to Napa, forgot to grab it. But this thing, it surprised me. So when Lonnie about flipped backwards on the hill, he grabbed that vine that I saw, that massive vine. It's like a 3-inch vine. It grabbed his light bar and pulled him backwards. The thing's actually very stable on climbing hills. Now, it probably would be a little tip happy because it's not that wide, and we can still widen out that rear end. But we do need to put the wider axle on the rear, do the supports. We'll do all that when we pull the engine for building it, which if you guys want, like, we can go ahead and do the engine build right after this video because we have all the parts laying here. I think I'm going to stick with the stock carb. I know we can gain a decent jump with a aftermarket carb, but it seems like the stock carbs handle, like, you know, just, they work very well. That's what we've always said. It's a shame to take a stock carb off because they work so extremely good. It's like I wish they made a bigger bore, better stock style carb for these big blocks. But let us know what you think about this buggy. I know my voice is going out. I've been sick for over a week now, and this is at the end of it where my voice is, you know, took a hit from all the sinus drainage and stuff. I know it's nasty, but you know, it's live, baby. But make sure to check out the links for everything on this buggy. We've linked everything down below. This gearbox, we didn't put a chain tensioner or nothing, and it isn't skipping a tooth like I thought it would with my weight. Lonnie normally never, a chain can be pretty loose with Lonnie. You'll think Lonnie's 140 pounds. I'm double that. I'm 280. So it's crazy how good it rides with me. It does need a seat. We're going to do a razor seat in it. I think I'm going to weld on a roll cage. I'm going to add a little bit to the front because the front ends look so dumb on these things. They're so slanted, and we need to fully rebuild that front end. Now, someone did say in the last video that they thought I had some like issues with BDX or Buggy Depot in the past. We've never really had an issue. We tried to work with them back in the day, but we was working with a company that wouldn't allow us to work with other companies, and we eventually got rid of them. So now we can work with whoever we want. We did reach out to Buggy Depot to try to do a series on using all their upgrade parts because Buggy Depot has a ton of great parts for this chassis. They specialized in this Spiderbox chassis. We wanted to get the better A-arms, the better ball joints, the better spindles, put front brakes and stuff on it, but they've been very hard to work with. Like, they agreed to everything, but we never received anything. Like, we made up a contract and everything of what we was going to do. So I don't know what the deal is with that, but we're going to try to do a full front end rebuild while the engine's off and the swing arm's getting powder coated, and we'll build the engine while the swing arm's getting finalized out, powder coated, the extensions put on and stuff. So make sure to check out the links for the video description. In the video description for these parts, they help us out a ton. And yeah, guys, let us know what you think about this single seat. This was definitely the route to go. We would have never got this much torque out of a GY6. This engine is a hoss, and the fact that we kept everything relatively stock, like when I build the roll cage, it's going to be close to stock. It's just going to be a welded on roll cage, a lot stronger, thicker steel. And but we're going to try to keep the looks pretty much the same. We're just going to change the looks on the front end a little bit. So stay tuned for that. We love you guys. Sorry for the rambling. We'll see you on the next one. We love you, and God loves you. That's the most important thing. I hope you guys are getting ready for Christmas and enjoying time with your family. So we'll see you on the next one. We'll see you on Monday. And we love you, and God bless.